Good evening. Welcome to this week's training. So, if you're joining live, say hello in the comments and you can post your questions in the comments. And I have it up on, let's see, Facebook here so I can see. Um, Make sure that it's working on there. But comment your name. Um, um, and say hello. For those of us who haven't met, my name is Lawanda Engel, and I'm a WordPress web developer, and I help female business owners to build unique WordPress websites that reflect their style and elevate their online presence with VIP days. And I'll talk a little bit about VIP days too at the end of this training. So tonight I'm going to be sharing about the number one reason you should have a website and how to begin. So let's get started. Like I said, just comment below, say, give your name. Also, I'm using StreamYard, so give it permission to, so that I can see your name. So just give permission to StreamYard and then I can see your name and your questions. And if I don't see your questions, like I said, I have it up on Facebook also. I will respond to them later too after the training. Okay, so the first things first. So, what is that number one reason you should have a website? Well, the first thing is credibility. Um, and credibility is just one of the reasons that you should have a website, but it's like one of the number ones. It's a key tool for establishing your business as a professional and trustworthy entity in the eyes of your customers. So it's how your customers can view you and see you. Having a website allows you to showcase what you do, your work, your products, your services, share your business story. You can connect even more with your customers using your website because you know a website is you. It's like I like this example that and I've shared it before, but your website is like your storefront, your online storefront. And so it's showing who you are, showing your brand and your personality. And so that's one of the ways to get those clients that your clients in is to showing your brand and what you do. And so in more meaningful ways. Um, and so like that, it's also, online accessible to anyone and everyone at any time. They can access your website. And so you've got this. So there's the reason. So you've got the reason why you need a website. So, but how do you get started? You hear all these things. Oh, you should have a website. You need to do this and this. But where do you even begin with, having a website? Well, the first thing is to do is to define what your business is. So we're going to start there. So the number one, how can you serve your customers with your business? What do you do? Show your customers who you are and the services that you provide or products that you give. Number two, what is the purpose of your website? So when they come to your website, what are they going to do when they come to it? Are you leading them to maybe you have like a coaching program that you want them to connect with? Maybe you have a free Facebook group. Maybe you have, a free download that you want them to download. Or maybe you want them to book a call with you so that you can, talk more personally with them one on one. Number three, customer journey. So, do you have a process set up? So, that kind of goes into number two for the path that you want your customers to take. What steps do you want them to take? And so, it kind of all ties in together, all those steps. And so, another option too is in order to get your website, is using a VIP day. And that is what I offer. It's and I actually have a group website intensive. So it's like a snippet of it, of, you know, I guess the beginning process of your website. So it's like those beginning steps that you need to do, like, mapping out how do you want your website to look, mapping out, choosing colors, figuring out your domain name, knowing what website hosting to use. Those are things that are important that you'll need in order to, to get your website up and going. And so I had a group website intensive, which is it'll be one day and it's an hour and a half, and we're just going to go through from the beginning and to up until creating your website pages. We're going to map it all out, and I'm going to show you how to map out your website to um, define your business goals, thinking about your target audience and who you want to reach with your website, choosing your website platform, um, and setting up your domain and your hosting. And also, you'll have access to a website intensive workbook and 7 days of support. I have 10 spots available. Um, and so, if you're interested in joining this intensive, please reach out to me, message me, and I will book you a spot in that. I look forward to, helping you and showing you more ways that a website can help you. It's not just, it can be, like I said, just think of it as your storefront for your business. You know, how to showcase others what you do, and that those steps of, this is what I do. And so it's like your own personal store. So no competition with anyone with your website. So those are some things to think about. And so I will see you next week. If you have questions, like I said, post them below. If you're watching on the replay, comment #replay, and I'll see you next week.